Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Hey there, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I was just thinking, it could be fun to talk about something simple but very real.
Oh, like what?
Like our morning routines. You know, what we do when we wake up, how we get ready for the day, and the little habits we have.
That's a great idea. Everyone has a different routine, and it's something we can all relate to. Let's start from the moment we open our eyes.
Exactly. All right then, let's begin with Chapter 1, Waking Up and Starting the Day. So, tell me, what time do you usually wake up?
Well, I try to wake up at 6:30 every morning, but to be honest, sometimes I press the snooze button a few times. What about you?
Haha, I'm exactly the same. My alarm goes off at 6:00, but I end up getting out of bed around 6:20. The snooze button is just too tempting.
Right? I feel like those extra 10 minutes feel so good, but also dangerous. One time I kept pressing snooze and ended up waking up an hour late.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I had a meeting at 8 a.m. and I woke up at 7:45. I had to jump out of bed, throw on clothes, and rush to the computer. I made it, but I was still half asleep.
That's stressful. I had a similar experience once. I overslept and didn't even have time to brush my teeth properly. I felt weird all morning.
Yeah, it really affects your whole day. That's why I'm trying to be better now. I keep my phone away from the bed, so I have to actually get up to turn off the alarm.
That's smart. I should try that. I usually keep my phone right next to my pillow, so it's easy to snooze it without even opening my eyes.
It makes a big difference. Okay, so after you finally get out of bed, what's the first thing you do?
I go straight to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water. It helps me wake up. Then I brush my teeth.
Cold water is magic in the morning. I do the same. And I also stretch a little before leaving the bathroom. Just a few minutes of stretching helps my body feel awake.
That's a good habit. I usually just yawn a lot and drag myself to the kitchen. I need my coffee.
Coffee first, huh? Do you make it yourself?
Yeah, I have a small coffee machine. It's automatic, so I just press a button and it makes me 1 cup. The smell alone makes me feel more alive.
Nice! I like tea more than coffee. I usually boil water and make a cup of green tea while listening to some quiet music.
That sounds peaceful. Do you play music every morning?
Almost every morning. It sets the tone for the day. Sometimes soft piano, sometimes morning jazz. What about you?
I usually listen to a podcast while I drink my coffee. Something light, like stories or motivation. It helps me stay off my phone, too.
That's a great idea. I should do that instead of scrolling on social media.
Yeah, I used to check my messages and emails right away, but it made me anxious. Now I wait until after breakfast.
Smart move. Speaking of breakfast, do you eat early?
Sometimes, if I have time, I make eggs and toast. But if I'm rushing, I'll just eat a banana or some yogurt. What's your go-to?
I usually eat oatmeal with honey and fruit. It's easy and healthy.
Sounds good. Do you eat while sitting at the table?
Yes, I try to. No screens, just eating and thinking about the day. It's kind of like a small meditation.
That's really nice. I usually sit near the window and just look outside, watching people walk by, hearing birds. It's calming.
Exactly. Mornings can be beautiful if we don't rush through them.
So true. I think the way we begin the day really shapes how the rest of it feels.
Absolutely. And even small habits like making your bed or opening the curtains can lift your mood.
Yes, I make my bed right after I finish brushing my teeth. It makes my room feel cleaner and my mind more focused.
Same here. It's like saying, okay, now we begin.
Exactly. And that's just the start of the day. There's still so much more to talk about.
Yep, we haven't even gotten to getting dressed or planning the day.
So after I've had my coffee and breakfast, I usually go to my room and stand in front of my closet, just staring.
Haha, same. I always think I have nothing to wear, even though my closet is full.
It's like a mini battle every morning. I try to choose something comfortable but still look presentable.
Do you plan your outfit the night before?
Sometimes, if I have an important meeting or event, but usually I just decide in the morning. What about you?
I'm more of a night planner. It saves me time and stress in the morning. I lay everything out, clothes, socks, even accessories.
Wow, that's organized. I want to be like that. But I change my mind too often. Like, I pick one shirt, but after wearing it for a minute, I think, nope, not today.
Haha, I've been there. The weather also changes my decisions sometimes.
Oh yes. If it's rainy, I go for darker colors and something with a hood. If it's sunny, then I go lighter. T-shirts, bright colors.
Same here. I also think about where I'm going. If I'm just staying home or working from home, I wear simple clothes. But if I'm going out, even to a cafe, I try to look more put together.
Definitely. There's something nice about dressing up a little, even if you don't have anywhere fancy to go.
Exactly. It makes you feel more confident and ready.
What's your go-to outfit on a regular weekday?
Usually jeans and a clean shirt. Sometimes I throw on a light jacket if it's cool. And comfortable shoes. Always comfortable shoes.
Nice. I wear a lot of button-up shirts with casual pants. It makes me feel like I'm ready for anything, whether it's a Zoom call or a quick trip to the store.
That's smart. Do you ever match your clothes based on mood?
Totally. If I'm feeling a bit down, I try to wear something brighter. It's like color therapy. Yellow or light blue always lifts my mood.
I do the same. And on days when I feel lazy, I wear black or gray. It's easy and I don't have to think too much.
I think everyone has lazy day clothes. For me, it's sweatpants and a hoodie. Super cozy.
Do you iron your clothes every morning?
Haha, no way. Only if something is really wrinkled. Most of my clothes are wash and wear, so I just hang them up right after drying.
Good plan. I only iron shirts if I have a meeting. Otherwise, I just smooth it out with my hands and hope for the best.
Same here. Oh, and what about accessories? Do you wear anything daily?
Yes, I wear a simple watch every day. It's not just for time, it kind of finishes the look.
I like that. I wear a small chain necklace. Nothing too shiny, just something that feels like me.
That's the thing. Our clothes and accessories tell little stories about who we are.
Exactly. Even the way we fold our socks or tuck in our shirts, it's all part of our morning personality.
Haha, morning personality. I love that.
All right, once you're dressed, what's next?
Skincare and hair. I have a short routine. Wash my face again, moisturizer, then I brush and tie my hair neatly. You?
I keep it simple too. Wash, moisturize, deodorant, maybe a bit of hair gel. It depends on the day.
Sounds neat. Do you look in the mirror before leaving your room?
Always. It's like the final check. I look once, fix my collar, and say, all right, let's do this.
Me too. One last look, maybe a deep breath, and then the day officially begins.
It's funny how something as small as picking an outfit becomes such a meaningful part of the morning.
True. It's not just about clothes. It's about preparing your mindset.
Exactly. And next, we'll talk about that even more, how we plan the day and get mentally ready.
Can't wait. Let's wrap up here and jump into that next time.
So, let me ask you, do you plan your day every morning?
Yes, I try to. I usually write down 3 main things I want to get done. I don't always finish them all, but it helps me stay focused.
That's smart. I use a notebook sometimes, but other times I just go with the flow.
Going with the flow can be relaxing too, but I find that even writing just one goal gives the day some direction.
True. I think we all need a bit of both, structure and freedom.
Exactly. So what do you usually include when planning your day?
Well, I look at my calendar first, check if I have meetings, appointments, or deadlines. Then I try to fit in some personal tasks like grocery shopping or exercising.
Nice. I do something similar. I always check my phone calendar after breakfast. Then I write in my notebook the 3 things I must do today.
Do you ever plan fun things too?
Yes, I think fun is important. If I know I'm going to have a break, I plan something small like watching a short show, reading a few pages of a book, or calling a friend.
That's a great idea. I think many people forget to plan joy. We focus so much on work or tasks, but not enough on happiness.
So true. A happy moment can be a goal too.
Do you write your goals in the morning or the night before?
Mostly in the morning while drinking my tea. It's part of my peaceful start.
I write mine right after brushing my teeth. I sit at my desk with my notebook open. Sometimes I write in full sentences, like, "Today, I want to finish editing the article."
That's a good way to do it. I keep mine short, like edit video, walk 30 minutes, call mom.
That's clear and simple. I like that. Do you ever set weekly goals?
I do. Every Sunday evening, I write down what I want to achieve in the next week. Then I break it into smaller steps each day.
Wow, that's very organized. I sometimes write a to-do list on Monday, but forget by Wednesday.
Haha, I've done that too. Life gets busy. The trick is to stay kind to yourself. If something doesn't get done, it's okay. You can try again tomorrow.
That's good advice. I sometimes feel guilty when I don't finish everything.
I used to feel the same, but now I ask myself, did I try today? If the answer is yes, that's enough.
Beautiful way to look at it. Do you use any apps for planning?
Sometimes, I use Google Calendar for events and an app called Todoist for task lists, but I still love writing in a notebook.
Same here. I've tried apps, but writing by hand feels more real to me.
Me too. It's slower and helps me think better.
Okay, here's a fun question. What's the most satisfying feeling when it comes to planning?
When I cross out a task after finishing it, that tiny check mark feels like a big reward.
Yes, that's the best. I sometimes even add easy tasks just so I can check them off.
Haha, like make bed or eat breakfast?
Exactly. It makes me feel productive early.
That's actually a good mental trick. A few small wins early in the day boost your mood.
Do you ever plan for challenges too? Like, what will I do if I feel tired or distracted?
Good question. I do. I leave space for breaks. And I also plan backup time. Like if I don't finish a task, I give myself extra time later in the day.
That's smart. I usually block 30 minutes for rest in the afternoon. It helps me refocus.
Planning rest is just as important as planning work.
Agreed. It's all about balance. Even a 5-minute pause can make a difference.
Very true. So in short, planning the day is not about control, but about guiding your energy.
Yes, it helps you feel more calm, more clear, and more in charge of your time.
Exactly. And speaking of time, our time for this chapter is coming to an end.
Yep, that went by fast. Next time, we'll talk about the journey out the door, commuting, or how we move from home to the outside world.
That's right. Whether you walk, drive, take a bus.
So, are you someone who leaves home early in the morning?
It depends. Some days I work from home, but when I go out, I leave around 8 a.m. What about you?
I used to leave at 7:30 when I worked at the office. Now that I'm remote, I start work at 9 o'clock, but I still get ready as if I'm leaving.
Interesting. Why do you still get fully ready if you're staying home?
Because it helps me feel awake and focused. I change my clothes, comb my hair, and sit at a clean desk. It creates a clear work mode.
That's smart. I've heard that dressing up, even at home, improves productivity.
Exactly. Otherwise, I feel too sleepy and lazy.
When I go to work, I usually take the bus. So after getting dressed and packing my bag, I head to the stop. I like that quiet walk in the morning.
Yeah, walking outside in the early morning is refreshing. The air feels different, cooler, softer.
And seeing other people heading out gives me a sense of connection, Like we're all starting our day together.
That's a nice thought. When I used to take the train, I liked watching people read books, listen to music, or sip coffee from travel mugs.
Same here. And I often listen to music or podcasts while traveling. It was my personal me time.
What kind of bag do you carry when you go out?
I have a black backpack. It's simple but has many pockets. I carry my laptop, notebook, water bottle, and snacks. What about you?
I use a messenger bag. I like that it's easy to grab things from while walking. I always carry tissues, earbuds, gum, and a charger.
Sounds like you're well prepared. Do you ever forget something?
All the time. One day I left without my laptop. I only realized after reaching the office. I had to go all the way back.
Oh no! I once forgot my headphones. I had a long bus ride in silence. I actually heard birds and street sounds for the first time in months.
Haha, sometimes forgetting things brings unexpected peace.
True. So when you arrive at work or your desk, what's the first thing you do?
I open my laptop, clean my space quickly, and then check my email. I try to stay off social media until later.
That's a good habit. I start with a to-do list. Then I check messages, but only for 10 minutes.
Do you talk to your coworkers or classmates in the morning?
If I'm in the office or school, yes. I greet people with a smile or a simple good morning. Small chats help me feel connected.
Same. Even a quick, "Hi, how are you?" makes a difference.
Do you eat anything once you start work?
If I didn't eat earlier, I'll have a light snack, maybe fruit or crackers.
I always bring a thermos with tea or coffee. It's my morning buddy.
Haha, that's cute. I feel like everyone needs a morning buddy, whether it's a drink, a playlist, or even a cozy sweater.
Yes, mine is my tea and my favorite pen.
What's your favorite thing about the start of your work or study time?
That feeling of a fresh beginning, a blank page. It feels like anything is possible.
I love that too. It's the quiet before the busy part. It gives me hope and energy.
Even if the day gets stressful, starting well makes a big difference.
Totally agree. Whether we leave the house or stay at home, that moment when we start working is a big part of our morning routine.
Yes, it's like saying to ourselves, let's do this.
And with that, I think we've covered this chapter.
We sure have. In the next one, we'll slow things down again and talk about emotional routines, like how we manage stress and find morning peace.
So let me ask, how do you usually feel when you first wake up?
It depends. Sometimes I feel calm and ready, but on other days I feel anxious, especially if I have a busy schedule.
Yeah, I get that. I often wake up with a lot on my mind. Things to do, things to solve. My brain starts spinning before I even get out of bed.
Me too. That's why I try to create a slow moment in the morning. Just 5 minutes of stillness.
That sounds nice. What do you do during those 5 minutes?
I sit by the window, breathe deeply, and say some quiet affirmations. Like, this is a new day. I am calm. I will try my best.
That's powerful. I do something similar. I stay in bed for 1 extra minute and focus only on my breath. Just in and out. Slowly.
It's amazing how something so simple can bring peace.
Do you ever write in a journal in the morning?
Yes, I do morning journaling at least 3 times a week. I write how I feel, what I'm thankful for, or what I hope the day will bring.
I love that. Gratitude journaling is something I've started too. Every morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for.
Do they have to be big things?
Not at all. One day I wrote, I'm grateful for clean water, the sound of birds, and my warm blanket.
That's beautiful. Gratitude reminds us of what's already good in our life.
Exactly. And it helps us face the day with more strength.
What about stress? How do you manage it in the morning?
If I wake up feeling stressed, I try not to reach for my phone right away. That makes it worse.
I agree.
I used to check messages first thing, and it made me feel behind before I even started.
Now I wait at least 30 minutes before looking at screens. During that time, I just move slowly, breathe, maybe stretch a little.
Stretching really helps. I do light yoga some mornings, just 5-10 minutes, nothing intense. It connects my mind and body.
That's great. I do a thing called box breathing. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds hold, 4 seconds out. It calms me down.
I've heard of that. It's simple but effective. Helps reset your nervous system.
Exactly. Do you ever light a candle or play calming music in the morning?
Oh yes. On weekends especially, I light a scented candle and play soft piano music. It makes the whole morning feel like a spa.
Ha, that sounds amazing. I like nature sounds, like gentle rain or bird song. It makes me feel like I'm outside, even if I'm not.
That's a lovely way to invite peace. Do you also set emotional intentions for the day?
Yes, I try to. Like, today I will be kind to myself, or today I will stay patient even if things go wrong.
That's something I need to do more. Sometimes I just rush into the day without thinking how I want to feel.
Same here, but I've noticed that when I start with kindness to myself and others, my day feels more grounded.
That's true. It's not about controlling everything. It's about choosing your mindset.
Exactly. And if the day gets stressful later, I can return to that peaceful morning moment in my mind, like a safe space.
I love that idea. A mental home we create in the morning to carry with us.
Do you ever pray or meditate?
Yes, I sometimes do a short prayer or read something spiritual. It gives me perspective.
That's beautiful. I sometimes meditate using an app. Even just 5 minutes helps quiet my thoughts.
So even if we all have different routines, the goal is the same: to begin the day with peace, clarity, and a little hope.
Exactly. Morning peace is not just about silence. It's about feeling safe, focused, and emotionally balanced.
Yes, and we can create that feeling with simple habits: breathing, gratitude, stillness, light, sound.
Beautifully said.
Well, I guess that brings us to the end of this chapter and this whole series on morning routines.
Yes, it does. But I hope our listeners take away some inspiration, not just about actions, but about attitude.
Because the way you start your day shapes the way you live your life.
Exactly. Thank you for joining us through all 5 chapters. And remember, even one small positive habit in the morning can change everything.
Wishing you all peaceful mornings wherever you are.
And that brings us to the end of our journey. Thank you so much for staying with us through all 5 chapters of describing your morning routine.
We've talked about so many parts of the morning, from the moment you open your eyes to getting dressed, planning your day, heading out, and even finding emotional balance.
Each morning may look different for everyone, but we all have something in common: the hope that each day begins better than the last.
And the good news is, small choices matter. Waking up 5 minutes earlier, drinking water, breathing deeply, writing down one goal. These tiny actions can shape a better day and a better mindset.
You don't need a perfect routine. You just need a routine that feels right for you, one that supports your energy, your peace, and your purpose.
We hope these conversations have given you some new ideas and maybe a bit of comfort too.
Because sometimes hearing that someone else also struggles to get out of bed or also forgets their headphones is enough to remind you you're not alone.
So whether your mornings are fast or slow, quiet or busy, we encourage you to treat them with kindness.
Because how you begin often becomes how you continue.
Thanks again for listening, and wherever your morning takes you, we hope it starts with peace, purpose, and a little joy.
See you next time.